Did an impression of a kid and then pointed at my ears like, ah, ah. And after you've eaten that, Mr. Pakistani, here's my 3-year-old daughter, and I've got an 11-year-old as well. You can take them and pass them amongst each other, because of course diversity is our strength, and I would hate to be racist and stop you from raping my daughter. Refugees, welcome here. They're refugees, not economic raping migrants. And there's an Afghani, he'll want me 6-year-old son. Bacha Bazzy, anyone? I finally found it. Been living in Dalat for about 6 weeks now. And as you'll know, if you've been watching, there's a particular lake. It's something like Tuyum Lake, which I go to every day and is gorgeous. But you can't really walk there other than on the road. So about 2 weeks ago I put a post in the Expat Dalat group, Facebook, asking like, where can I walk? And I was expecting to be inundated. Because, you know, look at it, like obviously there's loads of walks in the mountains of Dalat. And I was really shocked by how few suggestions I got, and how the suggestions that I got were all tourist locations. You know, not somewhere where you would walk every day, like amazing places, but not what I was asking for. And then an amazing woman got in touch and told me about this. It's amazing. So this is the second time I've been here. Yesterday it was actually really noisy, but just with nature, crickets and nature noise. It was amazing. Today it's pretty silent, but yeah, this is the most peaceful spot. Well, it's totally peaceful that I found in Dalat so far. So yeah, absolutely loving it. In other news, I snapped yesterday at Miss Lung. I mean, I didn't snap, but oh gosh, it was a really noisy day. Like the building work, there's a particular drill, I think it's when they're putting on metal doors, that is just so loud and intense. It was a whole day of that. And then there was this family, I don't think it was her kids, but there was a family, there was kids screaming. I mean like 3-4-year-olds screaming in reception. And I just, you know, I put up with it for about 2 minutes, but for me, and I know I'm very much like, noise is a problem, and that's very different to Vietnamese culture. But for me, if I'm running a place like that, and if I'm renting it out to expats, like it's just so obvious you don't let kids scream and run around in the reception. Anyway, so after 2 minutes of it, I just went out and I was just like, what the fuck? Bearing in mind, she doesn't speak English, I don't speak Vietnamese. And I was just like, I just did an impression of a kid and then pointed at my ears like, ah, ah. And she was like, sorry. And I was just like, no, sorry, shut up. Like, you know, sorry, what the fuck, sorry? It's a word, like I want action. Obviously. Anyway, she is amazing, you know, I'm not knocking her, and it's a difficult situation. I get from her point of view, you know, she's renting to both Vietnamese families with young kids and then grumpy expats with no kids. So, you know, can't win, can't please everyone. But yeah, oh yeah, I'll play you these messages as well. Watch the last episode, I think it was. You know, you'll know that I contacted the estate agent and asked about getting out. And then I texted him yesterday saying, hello, is there any news? And I got this.
Hi Tom, how are you? We have somebody who probably wants to see your apartment. As soon as we schedule the appointment with him, we will ask you, we will need to coordinate the appointment. If this person is taking over your apartment, the Chinese guy, so you're free to go and you get the deposit back and you go to that building. So keep the fingers crossed. Don't tell him too much about the noise. But however, I believe that the construction is not that much of what is bothering you.
Yeah, it's not really relevant. But yeah, so great, nice one. But then he talks about me moving to the other building, which is just another flat. Like, I'm done with flats, I'm done with sterile concrete boxes. I need to be living out here. I need to be living out here. So he's kind of like trying to keep me in this 3-month contract, even if we get somebody into my place, which replaces me, you know, obviously that should be the end of it. But it's like, there's just this like still trying to control and manipulate. And I don't mean that negatively, it's like it's standard business practice. I can see it from his point of view. I'm not saying he's wrong, I'm just expressing my point of view. But if we replace me with another tenant, then that should be the end of our relationship, and I should just be able to go off, as I say here. Yeah, that's absolutely spot on, mate. It's everything, but it's definitely, the reception is a big problem. And the family downstairs, as much as I love Mrs. Young, and I can see that it's a lovely family, they're just so noisy, man. Okay, that's good news. You can come round whenever, just let me know. So my visa expires on the 21st of May. So to be honest, I'm done with Vietnam. Vietnam is just too noisy for me. I just can't cope with the noisy culture. So I want to go and try Laos. So presumably, if we re-rent this deposit, then I'm just free to go, right? If we re-rent this flat, then I'm not still in the commitment, right? Because it would be much easier for me to just go on the 21st rather than going and extending my visa, just because I'm in some commitment that I don't even want to be in. No response. So clearly not happy about that. I played my hand too fast, I think. I shouldn't have mentioned that. I should have just been like, yeah, great, get my apartment rented, get my deposit back, and then that's it. Like, I don't even need to ask him. Why am I asking him for his permission? It's like this is the noise that was here, really strong yesterday. Oh God, it feels so good. It's just the feeling of it is so different. Like, it just, for me, it's just proof that everything's vibration. Because man-made noises drive me insane. But noises in nature, oh God, it's so soothing. But yeah, played my hand too early there. It's this people pleaser in me once again. I guess I'll just message him again. I won't really go into that again. I'll just say, is the Chinese guy coming over anytime soon, and just try and rekindle the logistics. But to be fair, this morning has been the best. So I found a tactic where I fall asleep with a fan blowing on me, which is one for mosquitoes, keep them off. But actually the reason I'm doing it consistently every day is because it means I can lie in the mornings. Like, the noise of a fan covers up all the building work, which amazes me, but it really does. So that's been my latest tactic. But this morning, I think it's about 1 PM now, and it's been so quiet all the way through. But then just as I was leaving, she was showing around a Vietnamese family with a young kid. It's just like, this is the thing with living in these flats. Like, all it takes is for one new family to move in and it all changes, especially when you're on the bottom floor and you hear them all coming and going from their flats. So I'm still really torn. Like, now I found this walk. My visa expires in 20-30 days, something like that. So basically in the next 2 weeks I've either got to apply for another 3-month visa in Vietnam, or go and try Laos, or maybe go back to Bali. I just keep changing my mind. Oh yeah, I mean, Bali is amazing. Bali's special. But then Dalat feels like it could really work for me if I could find a peaceful place to live. Oh, I don't know what to do. But I basically found out that so I've been under the understanding that if you spend 6 months, more than 6 months in any country, basically, that you'll become a tax resident, which is true. But then obviously there's nuances to that. Look at this is amazing. So I basically found out that isn't an issue, but I'll do a separate video on that because it's an interesting subject. Will I get taxed in Vietnam if I live here for more than 6 months? Stay tuned, subscribe, it will be coming out soon. Wow, we're in proper Vietnam here, out of the expat tourist areas. I started getting really fussy with these beautiful lychee things. I'm realising they're much better when they're big, juicy ones like this. And this woman has got some really big, juicy ones. Come on. How much?
105.
So, Dalat is the home of whatever these are. I think they begin with C. Like all these white growing tents, they're growing these. I think it's really time that I bought some, but I think finding out how much they are might be a bit difficult. And this? 15, wow, that's 25 pence. Okay, yes, thank you, yes. That is incredible, man. 25 pence. As if I've not bought some sooner. It's going to make such a difference to my flat. So now the total is 120, which is £3.50. That's so good, isn't it? Beautiful flowers, 2 mangoes and some lychee things for £3.50. Yeah, this is a real Vietnamese store. Anyone want a shrimp? One of the reasons I bought no flowers up till now is obviously it means I'm going to have to buy a vase. Now, those that follow the channel will know I purchased a smoothie machine earlier. So up till now, I've been living a very nomadic lifestyle. And I sort of had the intention of traveling the world and creating lots of content. But obviously when you do that for the best part of a year, you realize it's unsustainable and completely exhausting. So now I'm basically, well, then the plan moved to, okay, I'll do 3 months here, 3 months here, 3 months here. But now I'm just starting to think I'm going to live in Dalat for quite a long time. So buying a smoothie machine, whilst I would take it to Laos with me. If I carried on doing 3 month stints, I would take it with me. But if I went back to like fast travel, like when I was in Vietnam traveling from Hoi An to Cat Bar on a scooter, there's no way I'd carry something like that around. So I feel like buying stuff like this is a commitment to this lifestyle, and obviously a vase is the next stage, because that's not even, it's not even, well, it is practical because beauty is everything, but aesthetics and it's actually the vibration and the joy I will get from the vibration and the aesthetic appeal of the flowers. But obviously it's much easier to sell yourself a smoothie machine and tell yourself that's worthwhile. So it's like, what I'm trying to express is like these little commitments to actually giving myself a life that's sustainable and potentially, maybe, possibly enjoyable. Anyway, until I go and buy a vase, and that's the other thing, like I have so much resistance to buying a vase for the reasons I've just said, but basically I might have to leave it behind. It's going to cost £2. Anyway, for now, I think I might have to use this. Oh, maybe I won't need to buy a vase after all. Beautiful! Just heard from the estate agent.
All right, Mr. Thomas, how are you today? I have a good news for you. I have 2 potential tenants who want to see your apartment. Not 1, 2. If we will be able to make a deal with one of them, you will get back your deposit and you can stay in Laos. By the way, I recommend you some particular city in Laos to stay. It's called Luang Prabang. It reminds Siem Reap in Cambodia, but just a little bit smaller. Now we need to schedule.
Yes, that's amazing, mate. Thank you very much. I'm around in the morning. I can be around whenever. You just let me know and I'll be here. That's no problem. Or maybe it's better that I'm not here. I don't know. You tell me. I'll just make sure it's tidy and then leave. Or do you want me here? Ah, Violet and Alex. Good people. Very good. And you know, it's funny that after the morning, it's so difficult. I definitely don't want to live in a flat. It's definitely good news. This woman that's shown me the walk, she has a homestay, which is just a basic room, but it's out there. So yeah, definitely, really, oh man, then maybe I'll go to Bali. Yeah, because I'm not doing Not Today Satan at the moment. I may never do it again, but I'm definitely not doing it for the next 2 months. So I should be using this time to go to Bali. Because it never felt comfortable doing Not Today Satan content in a Muslim country, obviously. Amazing. Oh yeah, I'd love to go back to Bali. But yeah, it is a funny one because this morning I've had a great morning. I felt really comfortable in this flat. I've really fallen more in love with Dalat after finding that walk. Like, Dalat's amazing. Dalat is definitely going to be part of my life moving forward again at some point. There's where he mentioned La Prabang in Laos and 2 other places that are also of high altitude. I think La Prabang is the most established, most touristy one. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I really don't know what to do, but I just know that it's good to be free and not in a 3-month commitment. So, and I definitely don't want to live in a flat. I definitely don't want to live in a flat. It's so easy when you've had a fairly quiet day. And there's still drilling going on. But the minute there's someone out there screaming, I'm just going to be straight back to get me out of here. So I'm very confused about the Jew in the basement situation. His prized assets are still here. I've not heard anything, and it's like 4 days on from the last time I mentioned it. The only other evidence I have is they've cleaned his place. So, you know, it could be just because this woman is amazing and very caring, or it could be because he's dead. I don't know.
Head southwest, then
Let's
turn
find out.
right.
Any news on Man? Is he still alive?
I can translate for you.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Yes? Is he going to get better? Has he got any better? Is he awake?
Yeah.
He's awake?
Yeah.
Oh, great. So he's going to come back?
Và anh có lại không? Chồng chị á. Ông có nhắc, ông đưa cho chị coi gì?
Chị chưa đặt. Xin bảo.
Head northeast, then make a U-turn.
I said, what? She wants to see. Who?
À, người đàn ông.
Ai?
Người gì đây?
Bạn chị hả?
Không,
Bảo
người Mỹ. Bạn đấy vẫn đang nằm ở viện. Bạn ấy tỉnh rồi.
He's still hospital.
But he's awake?
Yes.
Oh, that's such good news.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
Next time she sees him, can she just say that I'm very happy he's alive and well and look forward to seeing him?
Nên là nếu mà lần sau, ý là nếu mà anh ấy xong ở bệnh viện đỡ hơn mà quay về lại đây thì nhớ nói anh ấy là anh ấy hỏi thăm là rất vui bởi vì anh vẫn còn sức khỏe tốt, còn sống.
À,
Ông
rồi.
bị sao vậy?
Ông bị ốm, ông bị nhiễm khuẩn đường
Đường
ruột.
ruột.
Đó là phải đi cấp cứu. Nó bị nhiễm khuẩn đường ruột.
Vậy chắc đồ ăn, do đồ ăn.
Do kháng sinh nhiễm khuẩn, nó bị nhiễm khuẩn nặng rồi thì điều trị lâu. Phải mất 2 tuần.
Thanks, guys. Great
Yes.
news.
Yeah. Cảm
See you
ơn chị.
later.
Đó là tin
Yes.
tốt.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Well, that's great news, isn't it? Especially seeing as he owes me 15 quid. Ooh, the gimbal's all funny, 1 minute. So, I mean, that's just changed. It's changed everything, this flat thing, because suddenly it seems I only have 3 more weeks in Vietnam. So my gym membership expires tomorrow. So I was going to come and look at more gyms. I'm still going to have a look at this one. It seems that the one I'm at is rated the best in Dalat. But it does also mention this one. I'm just hoping for, you know, some nicer sauna facilities, really, and maybe a few more classes. But now I'm only here for 3 weeks, so I don't really know what to do. And the more I think about it, the more I think Bali. I really want to go back to Bali. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm not interested in a sauna that you have to pay for every time. And definitely need my classes. Can't motivate me zen. Alright, let's go to Life Gym for the 5:30 yoga class. I'm having a really good day, I'm staying sober, I'm getting shit done, I'm feeling good. I think there's been loads going on, you know, like living under tyrannical small hats, for example. But I think the not knowing about what to do in the future and the indecisiveness, that was getting to me as well. So now that that's starting to come to a conclusion, that feels really good. And I'm excited. I was a little bit excited about seeing Lao, and I do still want to see Lao. But Bali is just the most magical place I've ever been. And I want to know if, so you know, I was coming out of a crazy psyop, which regular viewers will know about, and I was sober for the first time in a long time. So basically I went completely manic. And I want to, but there's also something about the energy of Bali, which is incredibly, so yeah, I want to know like how much of it was my situation, how much of it was Bali, and how much of it was sobriety. I just want to experience all of that again. Hopefully without going so manic and insane this time and thinking I'm some sort of guru. So if you're interested, that place was 480 dong, so that's £15 a month. The sauna was £1.80 a time for 20 minutes. Also, I got the flower calculation earlier wrong. They were 50 pence, not whatever I said. They're enjoying themselves. doesn't look very enthusiastic, does it? I mean, they're doing the balloon thing, but it's definitely like, oh my god. Makes me very, oh, this is interesting. Makes me very grateful to be a YouTuber. I used to do shit like that, man. I used to work for Fitness First and Virgin Gym in sales. I used to have to go into shopping malls and pretend I was enthusiastic about life and the product I was selling, and pretend I wanted to talk to people and I wasn't a complete antisocial victim elder. Oh my god, I was actually surprisingly good at it. But it was when I was completely deluded and off the system. There's just no way I could do that now. I would honestly rather die. But of course I don't have to die, because I just create my own existence. I just keep fucking going until what I want manifests. What happens? I just don't give up. And I just believe, and I just graft, and I just know that I can do pretty much anything I put my mind to. Because I don't allow my mind to be taken by all the bullshit, all the mainstream nonsense, all the status, all the keeping up with the Joneses, all the what did he say, what did she say, what's this celebrity doing, what's that politician doing. Because my mind's free of all that, I can just focus on what matters and surviving. Whoa, fucking hell, I thought that girl was going to run out then. Surviving and maybe even flourishing as much as one can in this small, controlled, tyrannical, migrant-infested world. Says the migrant in Vietnam. Oh, are you triggered haters of all those that took the jab? All of those that can't actually think for themselves, are you triggered because you think an expat is the same thing as a migrant? Because you can't tell the difference between somebody that comes to a country, pays for his visa, pays for his rent, pays for everything, doesn't grape anyone, doesn't stab anyone, is exactly the same as some scumbag that's got off a boat and then grapes your daughter. No! I ask how much 1 week membership is? 350. Okay, and 1 month with classes. With classes.
We just have yoga classes.
Yeah, I know.
Yoga và 1 tháng là yoga luôn. 1 tháng bình thường và yoga không cướp.
It was about $1 million, I think I paid. 950 or 350 for 1 week.
Yeah, with 1 week.
No yoga. Alright, okay, alright. Okay, I think I will do 1 more month then. You hear it? I've not timed it very well. The rain has come a lot later than normal today. Intense. So interesting. So I'm in and Coffee, one of my favourite places. Really nice garden. Great internet as well, like for digital nomads. The upload speed here is incredible. And I walked in and he was like, "Hi Tom." It's like I'm just starting to get those little relationships which don't really mean much, but like, do I want to stay here and build a life here, or do I want to move? But yeah, I want to go to Bali. I'm going to look at some flights now. I've just been looking at visas for Bali, and you can get a 6-month visa. But it's astronomically more expensive than the 1 month visa. And obviously I don't mean 6 times more, like that would be obvious. It's like, on a month to month comparison, it's 3 times more expensive. But it seems odd to me, you'd have thought it would be cheaper. So yeah, so I've just got to work this out over the next 24 hours. It looks like I'll only go for 2 months because it's just astronomical. So I'm super on it today. Always doing the pork ribs. I'm going to get my second meal of the day now, rather than having a smoke and then being like, oh, I'm too mashed to leave the house. I better order something off Grab, £6. So today I spent £3 on food, £2 on the steak, chips and eggs I've just had. And now I'm going to spend £1 on chicken and eggs. And then I made 3 coffees myself. I think I've spent about £7 on food today. And that's without cooking for myself once. So yeah, good value in Vietnam. Crazy man, I mean, like I say, I respect the fact that they look after their own and they don't give a fuck about foreigners. You know, I wish we did the same in the UK. But like, it's the third person to sort of push past me, so I move out of the way thinking, oh yeah, you want to go and sit down, and then he just joins the queue in front of me. Yeah, I'm starting to think that I won't get served. They're very what we call racist in England. It's not racist, it's just acknowledging that foreigners are fucking annoying and caring more about your own people. But yes, if you are a retard that believes that we live in a democracy, or you took the vaccine, or you watch the BBC, then you would definitely call these people racist. Chicken, egg, yeah. Okay, good. We got our order in. He ordered before me, along with the other two people that push in front of me. See, it is incredible, but also it's really good to see. We're so retarded and so conditioned in England, and so like, oh, Pakistani rapists go in front of me. So it's really refreshing to see, just people being real and like obviously respecting and honouring the fact they live in a homogenous society and just living that way, because obviously that's what's important and that's clearly what works, as all of history will tell you. And after you've eaten that, Mr. Pakistani, here's my 3-year-old daughter, and I've got a little 11-year-old as well. You can take them and pass them amongst each other, because of course diversity is our strength, and I would hate to be racist and stop you from raping my daughter. Refugees, welcome here. They're refugees, not economic raping migrants. And there's an Afghani, he'll want my 6-year-old son. Bacha Bazzy, anyone? So I'm taking the editing game to a new level and experimenting. So you might notice in some of those clips where I'm on a bike, I did what's called speech enhancement. So it basically gets rid of all the background noise. So without a doubt, it's easier for you to hear me. But I feel like it takes away the atmosphere. So some feedback in the comments would be great. What do you think about the bike scenes? Is it better with no background noise so you can hear what I'm saying? Or does all the background noise, because that is the reality, is that what you want to hear? Like, what feels best, basically? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you.